All the snow, well, almost all the snow is gone. So let's get over to the chicken coop and let's go see what we need to get. All right, so welcome back to the journey, friends. Do you want to be involved today? Look who I dragged outside.
I know, right? Out of my back cave.
So,
It's so bright.
We're going to be jumping into part 2 of the chicken coop run. Since someone decided she wanted it to be twice the size of what originally it was going to be. So no, I'd always planned on making it the size that it was. I was just thinking of possibly making it smaller. Lilu, we're trying to work. I know she's got to say what she wants to say.
Yep.
But before we can go buy materials, we need to measure exactly what we need, and then we got to run to the store.
I'm here to help.
So, all right. Well, like whatever. Let's go get to work, I guess.
Yep. Let's go get to work.
All right. All right. Measurements made. So now it's time to load up, go to the store, get what we need, and be right back. Okay, made it back from the store. Got supplies sitting over here. Dad's trying to kill me once again with smoke. So yeah, I've talked about that in the past. Actually, one of for me, and I've talked about it before. Old man, sometimes he forgets, right? Is I actually spent time in Iraq when I was in the Navy, boots on ground with the Navy, working for the Army, and being in those areas where you probably heard about all the trash burning, the trash pits that they were burning, right? Well, all of that stuff, it's caused a lot of havoc on a lot of people. And I don't know, you may or may not have noticed, for one, I'm not a very skinny guy. I'm 5'10", I weigh 257 pounds, so I'm not little, right? And I also used to smoke a pack and a half a day, roughly, a pack to a pack and a half a day when I was in the Navy, and I quit before I got out. But being around those burn pits and stuff and the smoking, it affected me, right? Just like it did everybody else. So I don't have the greatest of lungs. And wherever I start getting around burning, right, like that, I normally have to move around. Otherwise, it gets to where I can't breathe. And whenever I'm working on a project, I can't just up and move and start working on something else because I need to be able to stay here. So Dad's going to move the fire. That way we can continue working on this without having to be interrupted by the smoke. And let's get this thing going. We'll bring in a little closer. So obviously ran out of wire on the bottom. I thought we had enough to be able to go all the way around, but I'm gonna probably have to get another roll of that, the little 2-foot, go tie that in. But we got the top. So basically that's how we're going, is we're starting off at the top, basically going all across the header. We'll overlap this a little bit. Try to overlap this a little bit. Cause I'll look to see if I can't reach from here to be able to staple that to the top, or even from the bottom reaching up. But anyway, we're gonna do that, and then we'll come down, do another row, and then I want to come and do basically the whole outside here. But hopefully, yeah, we'll be able to get everything tied. Then we got some wire tie, just 20 gauge, because it's all 20 gauge. And then we got some 20 gauge wire that we'll be able to here and connecting the pieces together, basically. But anyway. So Alexander's actually been going around helping out Gladys tie all of the bottom cord together, and she's been going around. So obviously we have not gotten the roof part over here done yet, but we do have both sections here, and then we're able to pull this pretty well, both that direction and up this direction, and basically tying these together. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a full piece of wire, I'm coming down, so there's a section here, and then I tie it to there, right? So it basically closes that off. I'm keeping it all one piece of wire, and then I'll even come back in with smaller pieces, kind of like what they're using, just to help pinch off some of this as well, if needed, just to help. But it's just giving that extra thing of wire there too, to kind of do that. But we're doing it with all the wire that came around this, and then we did buy a few extra rolls of wire just in case you need it. But you should be able to do majority of everything you need with just the wire that came wrapped around the chicken wire. But we wanted to make sure. But I do not think, even though I measured everything out, this isn't coming to the exact size of what I measured, because what did I say it was? 166 feet. So far, I've used, well, I still have part of that roll there. That will cover the rest of this roof on this side. And then I have another 25-foot roll that will cover the rest of that. But then we still have, obviously the bottom, I do need to get another 2-foot roll of probably a 50-foot, just to make sure. But then we still have to deal with, sorry, I'm banging y'all around, but I still have to deal with this area here. So I did put this into the calculations. That's why I know that I have enough to finish the roof over here and to be able to finish this. But before we can do this, I need to go get the other 2-foot roll for the bottom. So yeah, anyway, I'm just going to continue tying this together. They're going to continue tying that, and then I guess I can run up to the store today to try to get this knocked out best we can, because we might have to come back tomorrow, because sun's already getting down low, and she's already said that she's going to leave me. She's leaving me, folks. Yeah, she's going to go cook. But, oh well. Even if we got to finish it tomorrow, we can. Okay, so I went to the store. I actually got the other roll for the bottom. Plus, the bottom too is also a 1-inch. A little better protection against some of the critters. Obviously, dogs can still get through that if they really wanted to. But it's also to help with just some of the other stuff, and then everything else is all the 2-inch. So we're gonna come through, finish off this side, obviously finish off the roof, and then we'll see how it goes. Obviously it's still a muddy mess in here, so we need to get a load of sand or whatnot. I mean, I've been putting down some of just the wood chips that we had right here at the entrance, so people aren't slipping as they're coming into the door. Obviously, I still got to get some stuff onto the door as well, but it's coming along. It's looking great. All right, good morning. Well, actually, it's more afternoon now, so I got obviously a little bit later start today than I wanted to, but that's fine. It's Sunday, right? As I'm recording this right now, it's Sunday, so normally that's just a free-for-all. You do whatever you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump back into this and just try knocking the rest of this out for today. Probably gonna be out here by myself, which is fine because, like I said, Sunday is normally our relaxed day, right? So, and I enjoy working, and you'll probably hear Dad. He's over in the shop doing stuff, that he enjoys doing as well. So, anyway, I'm just gonna throw you guys to a time lapse. I'm just gonna work, and let's get this thing done. So actually, let's take a break from today's work to talk about today's video sponsor, and that is Grub Terra. So Grub Terra is actually based right here in the United States, New Jersey, I believe. And with that being said, is 1 pound of the black soldier fly larva, however you want to say it. It actually equals to 20 pounds of food waste, right? So it's actually a pretty big issue here in the United States. Is a lot of food from the grocery stores. If those go bad, it just goes to the landfill. So Grub Terra, they're actually taking some of that food and raising up the black soldier flies and gathering up the larvae from that, turning it into chicken food. So this has actually been dried out, and so they strive to provide a high quality food for your chickens. And this isn't like an everyday meal. This is going to be like a snack here and again. But anyway, it does help produce stronger eggshells. It keeps their feathers and stuff healthy. It's all farm raised. And this actually provides 75% calcium to your chickens. So I don't know, all the chickens are wanting to take off, so let's see how they like it. Well, I think they like it. Once again, thank you, Grub Terra, for sponsoring today's video. And check out that link down in our description. Now, back to the build. Finishing up this last little bit of the roof. So basically just been going almost every so as the wire comes together where it's twisted, I tried to match those up the best you can, kind of pulling the panel together, and it causes it to stretch out. I mean, there's still gonna be a little bit of slack here and there, but not too bad. But I tell you one thing, man, this wire, especially sitting here pulling it tight and doing stuff, it does make your hands a little sore, your fingers. Plus right now the mama hen is in the coop trying to lay an egg. So you might hear her in the background, maybe some of the roosters. But I'll try to be quiet. inside. Yeah, almost there. And I actually got a helper that came out to help me today. So I got this whole side. So basically all that's left right now is just this roof right here in this section, which I will put the wire in, but this area right here too, I do want to cover with a tarp. I don't know, but right now Alexander's just going around the bottom of tying up all of that 2 foot, so stuff like this, getting all that connected. And then over here where all the wire came together, right, just trying to get that as seamlessly put together. So if I can get you just try to match up everything the best you can, just to try to make that look somewhat seamless, make it look okay. And then we'll just get some more wire in here to kind of get those pieces put together. But I need to put some more wire on this eave over here, because obviously there's still a big gap. All right, so this eave, that roof, and then the door. And then I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to attach it to the coop. That, not 100% certain. Well, I know Dad has some metal screws, so I might look to see, what, maybe be able to attach pieces of wood to that, and then just attach the wire to the wood. But let me go see what I can't figure out. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is take some of this 1x2 that I have. Well, for one, the grain bin is a 9-inch or 9 foot round circle. So the circumference of that is, or the radius of that is pretty steep. This is a little too thick to be making that bend without breaking this. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a couple sections of this, because this one actually has some bad spots in it. But I'm gonna take about 3 feet of this, because I need 6 feet altogether. And I'm actually gonna take and put a couple of relief cuts in this. Not all the way through, just a good majority of it, to kind of help with bending this, hopefully without it breaking. And then I'm just gonna utilize some metal self-tapping screws. That's a wood to metal self-tapping screw to attach it to the side, and then I'll just continue stapling that chicken wire to this. So let's go ahead and start making a whole bunch of cuts. And there you go. So a piece of wood with a whole bunch of slats in there, and then now it allows me to bend. I mean, this already has some cracks and breaks in it, but we should be able to get it to bend around without breaking a whole lot. I mean, obviously, this is already broken timber here, but as you see, it bends pretty good. So let's go get it mounted up. Yo, that's hot. Voila. Voila. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. So got all this roof section done, and I've actually already finished the back portion. I don't think I caught that on film, but in case you didn't see me going back there, you're like, hey, wait, I thought you said that had to be done. Yeah, that is done. So this is 100% wired in. It's all been taken care of. So we will continue to throw rocks on the outside, kind of like we did here, but I still want to add more rocks. I don't want there to be any gaps. So we'll have rocks going all the way around. And then if needing to add more wire to the bottom just for predator control, we'll keep an eye on that. But right now, this project is done. So other than that, I still need to put wire on the door, but I'll do that off camera. Don't worry about that. So obviously getting the chickens in here is going to be fun because we want all the chickens in here with the exception of 2 roosters. So fingers crossed, we'll see how that goes. And then we are going to have Wee Man and Max in here possibly. We'll see how that goes. If they continue to fight, then Wee Man's gone. We'll see how that goes. So anyway, we'll keep you informed whenever it comes to any type of eggs hatching or whatnot. That's kind of the purpose of this, is we want to be able to gather eggs, but we also want to be able to hatch eggs. So we want to see how that goes. Hopefully one of these hens will get broody. We do want to look into possibly getting a few more chickens. I think Gladys said she wants to get at least 10 more, just for egg production and stuff like that, because you know how it is right now, especially here in the States. Eggs are a hot commodity. So anyway, we definitely appreciate y'all. If you would like to stick around a little bit further, or you haven't caught the first part of this build, and you made it all the way to the end of this one, go ahead and check out the first part. We definitely appreciate that. And then if you, like I said, if you want to stick around a little bit longer, there's a video you can check out right here. You have the entire year's playlist over on this side, and then the icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel. And then last but not least, get out there, thank a veteran with every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, and we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.